What happens to your brain and body when you do yoga regularly? Hey, everybody, I'm Dr. Jane. This is your personal reset button, and I'm joined, as always, by Coach Kendra.
Hello, everybody. So happy to be here with you.
Now, Kendra, you've exercised for a long time, but only recently you started doing yoga very regularly. So talk to us a little bit about this.
So, exactly. So I started exercising really a few years ago. Never really was interested in yoga for some reason. I think it's because I was never thought of myself as a flexible person. And I thought the only reason that I would want to do yoga is to become more flexible, or you had to be flexible to start. I started doing yoga as part of a program, as kind of a self-development program that I started doing. And one of the benefits, or the most surprising benefits, had nothing to do with my physical body, but it had more to do with how it affected my brain, or how I thought of things. So basically, let me tell you what I mean. So we all carry emotions, or if we've had trauma in our lives, we all carry that in our bodies. And sometimes over years and years, we collect all those emotions and we really don't have an outlet for them to go anywhere. They're all stuck in our bodies. And that's why sometimes as you get older, you'll have pains or things happening in your body and you're like, what's going on? Most of the time it's emotions that are just trapped in there, right? What yoga does is the poses and the stretching that you do really helps open up your body and releases emotions that you've had trapped in there for many, many years. When you do that, it literally helps with, I used to have some hip pain. I had sciatica, actually pretty bad, very, very painful. If any of you out there have that, it's so painful. And since I've been doing yoga and being able to stretch my body and releasing some of those emotions, I no longer suffer with sciatica. So things like that, Dr. Jane.
Absolutely.
What about you?
Yeah, well, I've done yoga off and on for a while, just like spa yoga, but I really started to get into it several years ago and doing it as more of a gift to myself than part of my exercise regimen. So I've been a runner. I love lifting weights. I haven't been a weight lifter, but just light weights. And I still love doing those things. And yes, yoga will help you with your flexibility, but from a psychological standpoint, from a brain health standpoint, what yoga does is exactly what you just said, Coach Kendra. It does release things, because everything that you think and feel doesn't live up here. There are different centers in your body that hold different emotions. The hips are a big one. And I have had hips in my life, and yoga has alleviated that, absolutely. But it's not just because you're stretching the muscles or you're doing this. You are releasing those things. And by pouring into yourself, by using yoga as a therapeutic tool instead of just part of an exercise regimen, what it ends up being is more of an intimate piece of a healthcare regimen, of a self-care regimen. And it ends up being a love note that you send to yourself. It helps to shape your brain in a way that it is more capable of dealing with little interruptions, life's interruptions that happen, the fender bender or the jerk at the office that just gets under your skin. It helps you to create an energetic flow in your body so that you're able to better deal with those hormones that are shot through everywhere when you have a stress response. So if you're practicing yoga and the breathing that goes along with it, you're training yourself to be able to bring those techniques into the other areas of life.
Yeah, and I was actually just going to say that yoga is as much about the breath work or breathing with your body as anything else. And it's amazing. And I've come a long way in terms of my flexibility as well, which has also helped my self-esteem. My story about, I'm not flexible and because I'm an older woman, I'll never be able to touch my hands on the floor or do these things that other people is so untrue. And I've been able to blow that out of the water. And so that has increased my self-confidence. My posture is much better. I was actually starting to get a little bit of a rounded shoulder. And now that I've been practicing yoga over regular time, it has helped with my posture, how I stand. I've actually had people mention that to me. It has lengthened my body. So I'm not, I don't know how to put it, but I'm taller and leaner, and also it has improved my strength. So there's so many benefits to it. But I have to say, the benefit to how I feel in my brain or emotionally when I'm done with a session is probably the outweighs even the physical benefits.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. I've talked to several people who say, oh, I can't do yoga. Here's the deal. You don't have to be able to. I mean, my yoga teacher can go into some pose and then flip himself over, and it looked like gravity just didn't exist there for a second when he was doing that. Not exactly at that level. And so, if somebody looks at him doing yoga, of course they're going to be like, I can't do that. Well, guess what? At this moment, I'm not physically able to do that. Can I do that? Absolutely. If I continue to practice with the intensity that he practiced, I will get to that point if that's where I want to go. Is it important to me? Not really. So am I going to go there? Probably not. But that's a choice. It's not a can't. It's not an inability. And so what I would tell people, and we do guide people in some yogic stretching with their breath work, what I tell people is you are supposed to go with this position as far as your body will allow you to go, where you feel just that little bit of a pull. And I like to think of it like, Kendra, have you ever seen one of those kind of thick office rubber bands that's old, dried up, and it doesn't stretch anymore? Well, your muscles are like that when you don't stretch them. The big difference between that rubber band and your muscles is that rubber band can never be rehydrated.
Right.
You can. You have synovial fluid in all of your joints, and you have fluids going through your body. You can reinvigorate the muscle, and the way to get the moisture into that muscle so that it will stretch is by stretching it. Okay, well, it's not stretching, so how can I stretch it? A little bit at a time.
Absolutely.
A little bit at a time. And then every single day you'll get a little bit farther. And, even me, who I can, bend down, put my head between my knees and put my hands flat on the floor without bending my leg, even somebody like that, some days that's not where I start out. And that's okay. That just means that day I'm just at a different place. It's being, I think for me at least, Kendra, I mean, it's added an emotional and mental flexibility where I kind of, I'm not letting myself off the hook with stuff, because you know how driven and focused and goal oriented that I am, bit of a workaholic, but it's helped me to be more flexible with myself.
Yeah. And I was just thinking of something, and it just flew off my head. What was I going to say? I was listening so intently. I don't remember.
But I know that you too, because you and I have practiced yoga together, and we've discussed the journey. Have you felt that in addition to the flexibility in your body, it's also given you some mental and emotional flexibility?
Oh, absolutely. And also because I'm trying some of the harder poses, so here's the other thing it's done for me, actually thinking about it, is it helps me not give up on doing things. And as I'm starting to see myself improve, I'm able to continue. So I can take that to other areas of my life, knowing that okay, I might not be here in this part of my business, but if I continue to practice at it and keep going, then it's going to grow. And so yoga kind of gives you that, and you can use that in any area of your life, whether it's business, whether it's a relationship, whether it's your own self care or anything like that. But it's been a wonderful, wonderful journey. And for those of you who have never tried yoga, I really recommend that you at least try it and be gentle with yourself. That's the other thing, is I find that when I'm doing a stretch and it's pulling and you feel that pull, if I just relax my body, so it teaches you to relax. If you relax your body, you can stretch a little bit more. When
Yeah,
you're
if
all
you're tense and if
that,
you're not breathing, you're not going to get anywhere.
I remember what I was going to say. So one of the things I'm looking forward to, and the thing that I've noticed is, as an aging woman, um, I used to lift weights, bodybuild a little bit, and I had great muscle tone, but I couldn't like bend over very well, and I couldn't do twist around very well. And so what I think yoga, or what I know yoga is doing for me, is that as I age, I'm going to be able to live my life better because of yoga, because I have that flexibility. I just feel, I mean, I can move, I feel so much better. I don't feel all bound up. And so as I age, I'm looking forward to aging because of that, actually. So it helps you age gracefully. It really makes a huge difference.
It does. Absolutely. That's fantastic. So we recommend that you do at least a little bit of yoga every day. You can find a million starter, easy beginner yoga routines, 10 minutes, 15 minutes right here on YouTube, or pretty much anywhere that you go. Just do a search and you can find a whole lot. And I do recommend that at least when you're starting, see if you can get an instructor to help you with just some basic poses.
Yeah.
So that you make sure that you're not doing them incorrectly, hurting yourself or anything like that. I think that the main rule for anybody who is a beginner, a pull or a tug or a little bit of pressure, okay. Acute pain, not okay.
Not okay.
Understand the difference between pressure and pain, and you will be just fine.
Yeah.
If you have any health issues, make sure that you consult with your doctor before starting any exercise regimen or yoga or anything. But I think that he or she, your doctor, will tell you that a little bit of stretching is going to be just fine. So that is one way that you can hit your own personal reset button. And we hope that you give it a try. Let us know the results in the comments. Let us know if you've been practicing yoga for a long time and you have any advice for folks who are new to it, any comments on what we've done here, and give us a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel so that you will know the next time that we drop a video for your personal reset button to help you live a life with more success and less stress. Almost said something else, didn't I? You know what I mean? Okay. See you next time, everybody.
Take care.